We are in the 35th build of the Jackson Area Career Center's Building Trades Program with Principal Dan Draper and Instructor Gary Rozek. And that is an incredible milestone. 35 houses built over the years by students, high school students.
Yeah, it really is impressive, especially when you consider the Career Center was established in 1976. So close to approaching the 50-year anniversary, and we've had 35 houses in that almost 50 years. It's good accomplishments and exciting for the construction program.
I was looking at the Wall of Fame at the Career Center with all the houses that have been built, and to this day they all look great. They're all occupied. They're all filled with happy homeowners.
Yeah, and that's the hope that with this new one. I mean, with house number 35, keep that tradition going.
And Gary, for you, coming into the program, you were very familiar with it before you became an instructor.
That is correct, yes. I have 40 years of building experience, and I'm thrilled to pass on the knowledge that I've gained to new students to fill in the gap we have in the trades.
And I think that's one of the secrets to the success of the program, is that there are those in this community who are in business, in construction, that are willing and able to work with the students.
Oh, I completely agree. And a lot of our subcontractors are more than happy to work with the students on the houses, to guide them to make the right choices and learn the trade and, get an opportunity to get an advanced job.
And this is a spectacular home. The size and the complexity of these projects, they've grown over the years.
They certainly have, and the good thing is the students really have grown with that as well. Everything's changed as it always does, and so they have done a great job to expand and understand, and the technology in the new world is pretty amazing, so it's come to these homes as well.
And it's really been an attraction for the Career Center. Students, they line up to get into this program.
Well, I will tell you that our last couple of years, enrollment's been really good in the construction program. So it's exciting to see our youth looking at what outcomes down the road are in their way, right? I mean, they can start to see, okay, maybe I would like to do that, or maybe I do see myself. And having some of our alumni that have worked on this house to really share that story that this could be you, right? I mean, that's the whole point, is this could be you. And getting a kid to realize that they could be that person down the road is really exciting.
And Gary, as we toured the home, it looked to me like it was top quality and some very complex pieces to this home. It wasn't just a regular run-of-the-mill ranch.
Correct. There's a lot of high-end details, and it's amazing to watch the kids get skilled in a short amount of time to be able to accomplish some of the work they did. I was very impressed at how quickly they could pick it up, and the effort they would put in every day, and the quality that came from it when they were done was pretty impressive. I think they enjoyed seeing, it's kind of like they get to see the fruits of their labor.
Yeah.
So big difference, yeah.
Well, we've all seen your name on signage all over the community as a business owner and
Sure.
contractor. So from your side as an employer, how important is a program like this and as a feeder to the industry?
Oh, I think it's excellent. And in the years that I have owned a business, I've hired many students from the Career Center and or the college environment when they had the building trades there. So it really feeds well for all the needs that we have. It really gives them an opportunity to see what the future is available. And right now, the future is wide open for as many of them that would like to get involved.
And on the student end, they can see right away that there's jobs awaiting as soon as they graduate from high school.
Yeah, and I think that's the reality that students nowadays need to realize is what is available literally is at their fingertips, and how fast they want to fly with it is really up to them. And programs like we have at the Career Center in general, I mean, just the ability for kids to take an opportunity, seize the moment, and go with it is really at their fingertips.
Well, this particular house we're standing in, someone's going to want to, we all want to, don't we?
It is a very cool house. I mean, my family size is not at this caliber, but just the cool customizations that have taken place in this home is really neat. And I give a lot of credit to John Kopp in designing it that way. I mean, this was his brainchild. He had basically a blank canvas, and there was really no blueprint to the inside other than what do we want to do with it? And to be able to maximize the space that each of the rooms has done, it's really neat. It really is.
Yeah, it actually looks like there might be some things that were designed after the building process started.
Oh, certainly. With a blank canvas, open shell, and a lot of open area, you can kind of create what you want. And John Kopp had been a teacher here for around 24 years, I believe, and he has been a leader, and he's built many homes out of those 35 that have been built. And so we've got a lot to be proud of for him. He's done a great job.
We're going to check in with some of the students who have turned this education experience into a career. But for those that are interested in bidding on this house, the process is all lined out on the ISD website.
Correct. It is a closed bid or sealed bid process. Information can be found at jcisd.org. And if anybody has any questions and wants to know more, they can either go to the website or they can actually call me. So either way works.
We're at the Jackson Area Career Center latest student build with Tony, Josh, and Kyle. And these three guys worked on this project, but they also went through the program as students, and they've become tradespeople trained at the Career Center. Tony, what's your line of work?
Electrician.
Josh?
I do excavation and concrete.
And Kyle?
HVAC work.
Now, you guys all had a part of this home, and it's an unbelievable home. It's huge. When you guys were a student, is this the kind of work that you were doing?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. A little bit different type of program, but yeah, we were in the houses doing the houses and learning the trade as we came up. Yep.
And it seems like over the years, the homes have become more complex, bigger, more expensive, and that's kind of the evolution of the program on purpose.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as you get into the trade and start working the trade, you see homes like this and you work in homes like this. So it's nice to actually have the kids be in a situation like this where they're actually in a nice high-end home and they learn a lot of that intricate stuff that they don't get to necessarily learn in a smaller, more maybe, moderate type home. But it's a very nice house.
And Josh, you're working right now, you did the excavation work on next year's home, number 36. When you were a student, what was your thinking as far as a career? How did this program influence your career choice?
Oh, I mean, ever since I was little, I like to play in the dirt. So, I mean, that's every kid's favorite thing. But we came here and we did stuff on the outside, like siding, and we were doing some brickwork and stuff. And actually, the contractor that came here, I got in his equipment and started running. I'm like, oh, I love this. I'm like, I have to do this for a living. So I got right out of high school, started my company, and it blew up. And I'm like, the first thing I knew I had to do was come back to the Career Center. So I got a hold of Paul Denkins, which is working on the site up the road now. Started working with him, and I mean, it's awesome. He's like another dad to me. So he brings me out. I bring my equipment and get all the kids in it, and they just love to run it. So it's a good time.
Kyle, I got a tour of this home a few minutes ago, and the HVAC seems very complex. I think I think I counted 4 furnaces.
So the kids did a really good job. It was all laid out for how they were going to do it. They came through, they had a print, they did all the duct work, and then it got to a point where they needed the finish tying in, and Gary Rozak, a former pretty much family member of mine, I grew up with his family, asked me if I'd come in and assist and help him out, and came through and helped them. They did high-end equipment. It's all 2-stage high SEER energy efficient units. The AC units are a high SEER AC unit too, so good for their electric bill. Put it all together, and it came out beautiful. All the ductwork, I got great flow throughout the whole house. I didn't take any shortcuts, and I was very impressed for something coming in and seeing how they did following a blueprint, and it was exactly how I would have did it. So it turned out really nice. Yeah,
it really looks amazing. It looked like, it's a high-end home, and it looks like you'd see it in a high-end community. You guys are very willing to come back after you graduated and start your own business to work with the kids. Why did you want to do that?
Well, I mean, I was so grateful for the opportunity I got in high school to actually come into the program and learn to do what I do and to get a jump start. I mean, when you come out of the Career Center and you apply somewhere and they know you came to the Career Center, it's almost an automatic hire. It's amazing because they know you have experience. You've actually done some of that work. So I'm just grateful that I got it, and I want to give back to the kids. I feel like, you know, I've been blessed with what I've been given, and I feel like if I can give back in a way that can bless other people, I want to do that. And I feel like this is a way that we can do that. So,
As the youngest among the three of you, while you were a student and then after, what was it like to be able to show your friends and family, you know, a physical example of your work?
Oh, I mean, it was great. We loved working here. I think I brought my dad here like 4 or 5 different times to come and look at it. And yeah, I started the company, and the first thing I knew I had to do was pick some Career Center kids to come work for me. So I have Garrett Esham and Nolan Watola. They both are last year's students that came out, and I'm like, I got to have those kids, because I came to the Career Center, did that basement, and I'm like, I have to pick kids that have, that care about their work and that have the core values, and that's what the Career Center hands down will teach the kids. And then there's like many different trades. Obviously, there's electrical, HVAC and excavation. So, the 3 different trades right there come from the same Career Center, from the same root. It's whatever the kids want to pick to go and do. So I don't know. You just have to find the kids that want to do it, and it's a good time.
So you knew what you were going to do by playing in the dirt as a kid. What about you, Kyle? When you headed into high school, did you have any idea that this was your career?
No, actually, I was going to be an electrician. I grew up, my father is a controls engineer, so he would bring home electrical panels for machines, and I'd wire them with him in the garage, and then he'd program them to work how they wanted to. Starting at the Career Center, you had to go through all the trades your first year here. It was the last year of the mechanical program, or the second to last year of the mechanical program that they had there. Found out that I really liked it. It was a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of construction work, a bit of electrical involved in it too. So I got to do a little bit of everything. Found out I was pretty good at it, and I stayed in there, and next thing you know, I went to the Skills USA competition the last year with Kurt Green, and we took second place in the States for just a year and a half of doing it, which was pretty good. Got me a scholarship, and ever since then, all I wanted to do is give back to those that helped me get me to where I'm at, and the Career Center was the place that it all started. So yeah, I was honored to get the job here, and that's where I chose to go from there, is mechanical. So.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about states and nationals. So there's competitions that you participate in, and this program, it's on the national map.
it is. I actually have an older brother who went to the program also, who works with me, and he went to the national competition. He won the state and went to the national competition. It was actually, I think, 5th or 6th in the nation. So I mean, it just says a lot about the program itself and how well it teaches the kids to do what they do. Phenomenal teachers. I think, I've been doing it for 23 years now, and hands down, I believe that the kids that come out have a way better understanding of what they're getting into and how to do the work than just people that come, that have never had that experience or been in that program.
And everything that you need to know to build a house, you learn in the program.
Oh, absolutely. Every single thing. To where to put nails, to where to not put nails. It all comes from the Career Center. Yeah. We loved it. So we had a good time. My class, I remember doing a lot of different things with John Kopp, and some stuff I'd put up, and he's like, nope, take it down. So I can tell you right now that this house is built nice. So.
Yeah. Well, I had a Career Center house. That was my family's first house, and you guys have come a long way. It's amazing. One last question. Have you guys put your bid in yet?
Absolutely. It's a beautiful house, and it is done right. They did a really nice job with it, and it's I believe it's a beautiful house. I think someone will really enjoy having it, especially like a nicer, bigger family. A few kids running around, man, it'd be perfect for some of the lofts and stuff upstairs. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Kids will love it.
Yeah, it's got unbelievable features.
I got 3 kids of my own. I couldn't bear to watch them destroy this nice house. No.
And it's a great neighborhood too here. When I was digging that basement, so there's Jeff Patrick. He lives up on Carriage Hill. He would come and help me. The guy across the street, I forget his name. He owns Lucero's. He's a great guy. And the neighbor next door was always coming over and checking on us, seeing what we were doing. So I mean, just 3 good neighbors right next to each other, right there. So it's a good neighborhood.
Oh, every day you're out here, people are walking up and down. It's such a good family community. They're not going to have a hard time selling this place. It's beautiful out here. So.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to go fast. And all the details about how to bid are on jcisd.org. You have until November 15th to get your bid in, and who knows, you could be setting up a Christmas tree yet this year, right in this very room. Congratulations on a great job by all 3 of you and all of your students.
Thank you.
Nice job.